Welcome to Lesson 5 of Introduction to Paganism. Today we'll explore how to navigate pagan communities while honoring diverse traditions. We'll learn about building meaningful connections while respecting the varied paths that make up modern paganism. Throughout history, pagan practices were deeply rooted in community. Ancient tribes and cultures passed down their spiritual traditions through shared rituals and collective wisdom. Today, many modern pagans find themselves on solitary paths, seeking individual connections to spirituality. This shift makes intentional community building more important than ever, as we work to create spaces where diverse practices can flourish, while maintaining the richness of traditional community support. Participating in pagan communities offers vital benefits for spiritual growth and personal development. These spaces provide essential support and understanding from others who share similar paths. They create opportunities for learning from experienced practitioners and discovering new perspectives. Through shared celebrations, we strengthen our connection to seasonal rhythms and sacred traditions. Community involvement offers accountability and encouragement for our spiritual growth while preventing the isolation that can sometimes occur in solitary practice. Pagan communities take many forms, each offering unique ways to connect and grow. Online communities provide accessible spaces for learning and discussion, regardless of location. Local groups offer the irreplaceable experience of in-person gatherings and shared rituals. Festival communities create opportunities for intensive learning and celebration through larger gatherings. Tradition-specific groups provide focused study and practice within particular spiritual frameworks. Each type of community serves different needs and can complement your personal practice. Understanding cultural sensitivity is crucial in modern paganism. It's essential to recognize the distinction between open and closed traditions. Open traditions like Wicca, Celtic, and Norse practices generally welcome practitioners from any background. Closed traditions, such as many Native American and African spiritual practices, are sacred to specific cultures and require invitation or heritage for participation. Respecting these boundaries shows reverence for the deep cultural roots of various traditions. Cultural appropriation occurs when elements of spiritual traditions are taken without understanding, permission, or respect for their original context. This differs from cultural appreciation, which involves learning about traditions with respect, permission, and proper acknowledgement of their sources. Appreciation means engaging with traditions through appropriate channels, learning from authentic practitioners, and honoring the cultural context of spiritual practices. To practice respectfully within pagan traditions, follow these essential guidelines. First, thoroughly research the cultural context and history of any tradition that interests you. Second, learn directly from experienced practitioners who can share authentic knowledge. Third, understand whether a tradition is open or closed to outside practitioners. Fourth, always give credit to your sources and teachers. Finally, avoid using sacred symbols or practices out of their intended context. Modern pagans face unique challenges in building community. Geographic isolation can make it difficult to find local groups. Concerns about acceptance in broader society might lead to hesitation in openly practicing. Time constraints and busy schedules can limit participation in community events. However, solutions exist through online communities, gradual disclosure of beliefs, flexible participation options, and building supportive networks of like-minded practitioners. Building connections in pagan communities starts with small steps. Begin by joining online discussions or attending public events. Be patient with the process, as meaningful relationships take time to develop. Look for ways to contribute your unique skills and support others in their journey. Remember that every strong community started with individuals reaching out and making connections one at a time. Success in pagan community engagement relies on 5 key principles. Remember that community provides essential support, learning opportunities, and growth. Practice cultural sensitivity to honor all traditions. Always respect the boundaries between open and closed practices. Begin your community involvement gradually and build connections over time. Finally, Maintain a healthy balance between community participation and your personal spiritual needs. Thank you for joining us for this lesson on navigating pagan communities. To continue learning and connecting with others, visit us at thepagantemple.com. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram to join our growing community and access more resources for your spiritual journey.